So the NRL has just announced that in 2024, next season for round one, two games will be held in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States of America. Two games, Brisbane Broncos and the Sydney Roosters versus South Sydney and the Manly Seagulls. Both games will be held at Las Vegas, with Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe sort of leading the charge and the promotion for South Sydney versus Manly. Now, personally, I think this is a fantastic idea. I've seen online on Twitter and Instagram and even TikTok and even fellow YouTubers really denounce the whole idea of a game being held at in America, let alone an actual season game. Round one, is the speculated round that this whole experiment in America is going to be taking place. I think this is a fantastic idea, and I'm just going to talk real quickly why I think this is a fantastic idea and why the NRL going out of its comfort zone, it's something that is really needed and for the first time in a while. Think about this for a second, okay? How big is rugby league? Now, really think about it. How big is rugby league? If you could ask, let's say, one person from every single country in the world, and you ask them, do you know rugby league? Would you say that more than 50% would say yes? I doubt it. I'd say the best you get is probably a good 37 at best. Now, if you ask that same person, do you know what basketball is? Do you know what boxing is? And the big one, the most popular one, do you know what football is? Quote unquote soccer for you Westies out there. 9 times out of 10, you get people that say yes, they do know those sports. Why? Because they're worldwide success. Nearly every single country knows about the sport, has a competition in their country, and even has a team to represent their country in their different kinds of World Cups. Say, for instance, the World Cup in football. Like, literally every single country competes in that, or at least has a ranking in the whole football international system tier thing. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's called something, all right? Rugby league isn't that fortunate, okay? It's really, let's say it's known in all countries. Well, not all countries. The sport is at least heard of, but at least I'd say 12 of those countries really are competitive in rugby league, and that's embarrassing. I mean, hell, basketball pulls better numbers than us when it comes to international teams, and that's in the Olympics. What I'm trying to say is what the NRL is doing. Let's not to mention the $200 million payout that they're going to get from this, from just 2 games up there. I think that's fantastic. I mean, that's nearly as much as their net worth, and they're going to receive that from America for 2 games. It is a obvious business deal that V'landys has made, and I congratulate him so much for managing to get our small game of NRL, which is only known by mostly everyone in this country, to take it out to America. Absolutely amazing. Let me ask you this right now. How do you get big? Or how do you get famous? How do you get worldwide fame? All right? For an actor, for a musician, for an athlete, if you're looking for worldwide success, what's probably the number one country you go to? You go to America. There's Hollywood for music. So many producers out there looking to sign you on a big label. For athletes, you know, if you want to make big in basketball, there's the NBA, known worldwide. Hell, you want to be an MMA fighter? UFC is right up your alley. An American promotion. Hell, if you count this as a sport or whatever, if you're into that professional wrestling, you know, where do you want to go? You go to WWE, you go to Impact Wrestling, you go to AEW, all American companies. What I'm trying to say is America, if you get big in America, you get big around the world, okay? America is the center point of fame worldwide, all right? If something's well known, it's very, very common that it's originated from America. Rugby league could be that next step. Think about this, okay? NFL, ice hockey, hell, UFC, all violent sports, all physical, brutal sports. The Americans are savages. They love their violence. Rugby league will be right up their alley. Why? Why? Well, it would be revolutionary considering that most of the sports require padding and helmets when it comes to contact. Rugby league, fuck that shit. We ain't got no padding. We just run directly at each other. And it's a fast-paced game. It's not like NFL where it's slow. You know, if there's a down, you get set up for the next play. No. Once you're down, you roll the ball and you run again. You keep you're running. They'll be thinking like, why isn't there no blockers? Why is no one blocking the players? Because we don't do that shit here, boy. Man, we're savages. We're fucking running into each other. And this is exactly what the Americans love. They love that sort of brutality. They're fucking savages, man. Just like us down here in Australia. This would be perfect for them. They would love this sport. They would fall in love with it. And for people saying, oh, they're not going to tell the difference between if it's union or if it's league. Do you really think the promoters and the advertisers are dumb to, not clarify that sort of, misconception or something like that? Come on, get out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Of course they're going to know it's league. And think about this. All the successful people that are somehow tied to the NRL and rugby league. Not to mention already Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe. You also had that kid Leroy. Grew up in Redfern. He's, I'm guessing his team that he supports is South Sydney. Tai Tuivasa and Alexander Volkanovski, two UFC fighters who, Tai Tuivasa and Alex Volkanovski played rugby league when they were young. I'm pretty sure Tai Tuivasa was either in I think it was a Roosters rep squad or the Panthers. I'm not too sure, but they're both tied with the NRL. Daniel Vado, former NRL player, the former Raider, the former Broncos, who's now known as Zion Quinn in the WWE. You get that sort of connection into the WWE. Soon the WWE will be promoting this shit. Fuck, man. And to speak about promotions, of course, ESPN will be chalking this shit up real good. They'll be talking about rugby league is coming to America. And hell, Las Vegas. It's one of the biggest cities in the fucking world. But, what if it doesn't work? Well, we still get a payout of $200 million. And if it doesn't work, well, we can at least congratulate the NRL and Peter V'landys for stepping out of their comfort zone, for trying to really hard to grow the game. Everyone talks about expansion. What about expansion worldwide? I mean, we're not going to grow the game if we just keep it in the same countries all the time. We need to go out of our comfort zones and really go to countries where, the game might be not as well known, but we take it there, we show them a piece of it, we show them our best players. I'm glad they chose the Broncos, the Sea Eagles, the Roosters, and the Rabbitohs. They're four really good teams. I mean, you can't bring Titans up there. What the fuck is this shit? We ain't watching this fucking crap. Even my Tigers, I love my boys. But if we had a Tigers Titans game up in Las Vegas, they'd be looking at shit. But what the fuck is this? I ain't watching this shit. Fuck out of here. Let me watch the Packers game. See what I mean? I think Peter V'landys has done an amazing thing, and this is we're making history, all right? The first NRL game to be taken into America. This is going to be talked about for years to come. I just really hope that the players put in 100% when they're out overseas and should really show these fans this is what rugby league is all about. This is what we do in fucking Australia. But hey, that's just my take. I think it's going to be a worldwide success because you got, for one, the connections with famous people in America that are connected to the NRL who will be, talking this shit up so much. Americans love their brutality, and it's going to be revolutionary because this is something they haven't seen. They're not used to men running into each other without padding. They're going to love it so much. Well, anyway, that's my quick take on why I think that NRL in Las Vegas is going to be a huge success. If you like this video and you agree, or if you disagree, sound off in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Be a part of the All Out section. I'm All Out Champa. I'll see you in the next one.